Okay, so the next thing here is the mid instruments, guitars and stuff. And there is very little I did. There's some bus compression. I have the Studer A800 UAD thing, just brilliant plugin, and some low cut and yeah, a trim for if I want the stuff on that bus to have some impact somewhere, and also the same limiter thing. The plucking guitar. Show you something there. That that delay actually sounds really stressful when it's soloed, but it's sort of in the track. I feel that it grooves somewhat. Crazy EQ on that one. I hope you can see it on the. I don't have very professional video recording equipment. But I hope you can see. Yeah, just only the mids. Cutting, well, it looks more drastic than it is. But yeah, cutting some lows and cutting some highs. Studer A800 and Echo Boy. Best delay plugin, period. No, actually, I just got the EP34 from UAD. Crazy good. Okay, vocals. I start off with this guy, the Cambridge. Might be that this one is substituted for some new Sonox plugin that will be showing up shortly. The MV2. I don't know if that's very normal to use. That is a plugin that's just been lying around forever. And I haven't even looked at it. But if you have stuff that's recorded without a lot of background noise, you can use this as an an upwards compressor. It actually brings up the lows without touching the highs. And but I use that very little. It's just that I sort of I guess it's compression, but I just sort of control the vocal before I get into some more nasty stuff. And then it will be the Massey de-esser. Yep. Stephen Massey, waiting for that one. The UAD 1176s. I don't know how many 1176 plugins I used to have. But when I tried these, I had to buy even more. They're just so good. And as you can see, I like a lot of the wave stuff, and they have great 1176s. And I haven't used an 1176, a real one, that much. But if you compare them, you just put this on, just things sound way better. Decapitator, brilliant plugin. Just a touch of harmonics, just to make it more interesting and cool sounding. On a lot of female vocals, I like to use the LA2A as well. Pultec for air. Here I've boosted some 4K also. I don't remember why, but I suspect that it was because it sounded better. And the Aphex Oral Exciter. I think this is really good. I have the hardware one as well. I haven't tested them because I don't care. I use this on mixes. It's great. And the NLS. One interesting thing on the effects. I use a delay that's Echo Boy. It's ducked with a compressor so that it doesn't do that much when she's singing. The main vocal reverb is EMT 140 UAD plate. Great. And I have a long delay that just comes in at certain places. And I have the little micro shift sound toys just for you know, the pitch shift eventide thing. But the cool thing, I actually use this simple little reverb that everyone has who has Pro Tools. 5 seconds, no pre-delay, 100% diffusion. But before that one, I use this guy, Auto-Tune. And the key thing here is this part. I use the transpose. I transpose the vocal 12 semitones up, and I use the formant to just I don't know what you do with that one. You just change the voice. I try to make it as little as possible as a chipmunk. And this one goes through the deverb, 100% wet. And I just tuck that in. And what it gives is like this shimmery reverb on top of the EMT thing. I really like that. And I use it mostly on pop stuff. You know, it's not a rock thing. Okay, so for those of you who are geeks as me, I'll just show you my setup. Starting over here. My phone is a Nokia Lumia 920. Really great highs on that one. Thing is that I use mostly this stuff for recording. Some of the stuff at the bottom there, like the Akai filter, I use for creative stuff, but I use mostly hardware when recording, and I'm in the box while mixing. These are my gems. I use the Behringer one. I actually use this not for listening to anything, but sometimes it's just nice to see frequencies going on, and yeah, it's sometimes helped. Command 8, I mentioned this earlier. Yeah, Mackie mixer used for monitoring for the musicians who are here. This I use when I make beats or make music. Monitor controller. This it's actually really good. It's flexible and I like it. A lot of ins and outs. These guys, the Apollos, they are my secret weapon, which isn't very secret, so they are my weapon. M3000 reverb, I don't use it a lot. I used it before when Pro Tools or my Mac didn't have that much CPU, and now it's mostly just standing there. This black one is actually a summing mixer, but it's not the best one, and I don't use it anymore. I just have it because if I have to recall old mixes, it's there. And a bus compressor, I don't use it. I don't care about the EQ at the bottom. The white one I use mostly for EQ, for vocal EQ while recording vocals. I have to show you this guy here. iConnect MIDI 4. Go and get it. It's brilliant. I was actually buying something else, and this really cool guy told me, no, get this. And I did. And now everything I have, like this guy, and my piano, and the Akai thing, they all speak together. And if I want to, I can just plug in my iPod with some Arturia synth or anything, and just play it with this, or this, or this, or this. It's a brilliant thing. Show you again. Get this. It's great. Speaker-wise, I mostly use these guys. Atom A8X. I love them. They don't have the best mids. They have a lot of low end and not the best mids. So I might be changing them for something else. These guys, they have a lot of mids. So it's good to check between them. And also behind there, I have a subwoofer just because those guys have so little low end. And also, I check my mixes on this guy, which is mono Oratone. Sounds like shit, but it's one speaker and it's mono, so it's a good thing to just see how it sounds. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching this. I hope it was meaningful to someone. I must say that I'm really thrilled and proud of these Pure Mix guys who like my mix. That's just, it means a lot. I watched all the videos, and I'm learning, and I'm impressed with what you guys can do, and yeah, so that's a huge compliment for me, and yeah, it means a lot. So yeah, so thanks for the plugins. I'll use them a lot. I'll try and wear them out if that's possible.